My name's Dale Blankenship. I'm a farrier. I've been a farrier since 2001. I got to know the Meyers because Dr. Welker referred me due to the previous farrier didn't have experience dealing with laminitis. So he referred me for the Nolan hoof plate.
Boomer's a horse that takes care of himself, and and he'll lie down and and rest during the evenings. So, but I went to feed him, and he was real slow getting up, and really really favoring his front end and really lame on it. He hadn't been outside, so I knew he hadn't probably gotten kicked or sprained anything, so I knew it was something more severe than that.
Took radiographs of him, and he had what appears to be 8 and 7 degrees of rotation. And probably more important than the degrees of rotation was he just had an inability to overcome the pain. We worked really hard at him with different doses of bute, and we even used Equiox on him. And then we finally decided to go to the next level, which is to call Dale out.
We applied the Nolan hoof plates in January. And we left him on for, I believe, 15, 16 weeks, and took him off, gave him a break because he was experiencing a little bit of abscessing, and just checking, seeing how sound he was, and he was still sound at the time. So we applied a second pair of plates just to speed up the process of recovery. Other cases that I've had, typically 4 or 5 days of having the plates on, the horse becomes pain-free, more comfortable, and you can reduce the amount of bute that it's on. So when we applied the plates, he didn't experience the immediate relief that a lot of the horses experience. So it took a little longer, about 4 weeks, I believe, and then he started feeling a lot better, but the outcome was that we stabilized the hoof capsule and stopped any more rotation that could happen.
He had a lot of new hoof wall growth, both on the sole and on the wall. Still had lots of pockets up underneath there, which doesn't surprise me at all. I don't know, all that tissue has to be resolved by somewhere or another, usually by growing away. So the pockets are probably about halfway up the hoof wall, and then we're getting to some healthy tissue beyond that. So it was interesting because when we started out, we discussed it. I think if a farrier hadn't had a radiograph to look at, they would have stopped short of taking where they needed to do.
If we didn't have the vet here taking the radiographs, we probably would have left more toe on than what was needed. We were checking our angles, so we would trim and take off toe and check our angles and re-x-ray, and then and keep on adjusting it until we got the desired angle that we needed.
We're down to pretty much no rotation. One radiograph shows 3 degrees, 4 degrees. The other one's pretty much negative. So we did a good job of getting his foot back started again.
We have his angle is in the correct position. He's comfortable. We just need to grow more hoof out and to grow out the laminitis, that's the angles that are left in there. And we're going to just put him on some boots to keep him comfortable, and just continue the growth and observation of him.